Everyone knows Paul McCartney played bass for the Beatles, but sometimes he didn't. Sometimes George Harrison picked it up instead. And the reasons why? They reveal everything about tension, teamwork, and talent in the studio. This is the untold story of the songs where George Harrison quietly became the Beatles' bassist. Let's start with 1966. The Revolver sessions were underway. John Lennon came in with a song called She Said, She Said, inspired by an LSD trip with Peter Fonda. But Paul and John clashed badly. Paul said, "I think we had a Barney or something." And I said, "Oh, fuck you," and left. So who played bass? George did. It's one of the few Beatles tracks where McCartney doesn't appear at all. Fast forward to Abbey Road. Paul was obsessed with Maxwell's Silver Hammer. He wanted perfection. He played piano and directed the sessions like a producer, but someone had to handle the bass. So George stepped in again. He laid down the bass line while tension simmered behind the scenes. Later, both George and Ringo admitted they hated the song, but did their parts anyway. This one's subtle. During the recording of Golden Slumbers and Carry That Weight, Paul focused on vocals, piano, and guitar overdubs. George quietly picked up the bass. Because during Abbey Road, everyone was doing their own thing. They didn't always record together. Each part was built layer by layer. George's bass line here is understated, but rock solid. Two of Us feels light and folky, but there's a role reversal. Paul played acoustic guitar. George picked up the Hofner and played bass. It was recorded live during the Let It Be sessions, the same sessions where George temporarily quit the band. Ironically, on the same day they were at odds, they also made beautiful music together. George Harrison didn't just play leads. He filled in wherever the Beatles needed him. Bass, synth, sitar, slide guitar, even drums. Once, in the middle of tension, when egos clashed, when Paul left the room, George kept the music moving. So the next time you hear She Said, or Carry That Weight, remember who's holding the low end. Which George moment do you think deserves more credit?